All right, so I officially have over 100,000 followers on both Instagram and TikTok. And I thought that this would feel different. You know, when I was growing up, I used to always see people post their 100K pictures and stuff like that. They'll go get balloons and cakes and throw parties and all this other type of stuff, right? So, like, as a kid, when I was, wanting to be a content creator and get into this space, I was kind of like, okay, when I get to this part, like, I'm gonna feel like I kind of made it, I'm gonna feel like a little aura up and you feel me and all that typical stuff, right? But if I'm being honest, I still feel the same, right? I don't think the number has gotten to my head. I started blowing up in March, right? And I believe in April, I gained about like 70K, right? I'm not gonna lie. So, well, on TikTok. So, TikTok is about to be at like 150, but my Instagram just hit 100K today. And the growth happened so quick, y'all. It honestly did. I swear to God, I was posting videos like every day for years. Man, I made my first YouTube channel when I was like 12, 13 years old, and it was like a little cheat code video. I had like a little, how on like little gaming things, you do like up, down, square, right trigger, right, those little things, you get like little money things and like GTA and all that other type of stuff. So I had a book like that. And I remember taking a video of it and being like, I'm gonna upload cheat codes for you guys and all that type of stuff. And I was still squeaking and everything. Then, I started uploading gaming videos and stuff like that, did men's mental health and everything, and now I'm here where I'm doing, more women's mental health, and, I'm helping the queens out there and just helping them get out of a rut because they needed to. So I've been doing it for a while, and I remember being in so many places where I just felt like nothing was going to work, and I just didn't know whether this reality was available to me. And now, I'm full-time, which is crazy because less than a year ago, I was driving around doing Uber, hustling up photo shoots, everyone in there, every like here and there, behind the camera, and, just helping my papa, with the family business. And just a lot of my time was really spent, if I wasn't on a shoot, which wasn't every single day and like all day, I was doing Uber and, just making videos in the car, or like, man, there'll be days I do Uber for like 12 hours and then like 1 hour through that, instead of being like a normal person and going to have a lunch break, I'll drive to like a park or something like that. And I film at the park for that hour, and then I'd go right back to doing Uber because I'm like, okay, I need the money, right? But I would feel guilty if I didn't post a video. I'd feel guilty if I didn't, put my best foot forward and at least try, even though it doesn't look like it's gonna work. And I'm be honest, that was a heavy energy. It was, to be in a situation where you're posting for over a decade, literally, and you're like, nothing goes viral, nothing works, and then you're just seeing everybody else blow up and stuff like that. So you're like, in the back of your head, you're like, I know it's possible, but is it possible for me? Am I doing the right thing? I had a calling over my spirit to, just talk and motivate and inspire and give advice and, just be a vessel. And it just didn't seem like it wasn't really going in my favor for a very long time. And, that came with people doubting me. That came with, remarks from family members, trying to sway me a certain way, and that causing tension because I'm like, nah, like this is it, like I can't be tripping, like I'm getting dreams, it feels like God is talking to me, I can't, like, oh my God, that was a sign, that was God. But God's talking to me like I can't just like nudge it for some reason. And crazy enough that was for a reason, but in the moment, you don't really realize that when you're going after any type of goal, any type of thing that you feel like is meant for you, it's a very hard thing to shake. My camera died, so we're going to continue this video from here. It's crazy, huh? But damn, I forgot where I was at. I was basically telling myself like, hey, it's not easy, hitting your head that many times and being faced with that many adversities and feeling like it's meant for you, but you don't know how it's meant for you. It fucks with your mental, right? It fucks with your self-esteem. It makes it very hard for you to stay focused because as you're not achieving it, right, life is continuing to go on. And a kind of crazy thing about life is like, I'm not gonna say it gets harder as you like go along, but like the problems never stop. So if the longer it takes you to fix that problem, that's the longer you got to deal with X problems, you know. So it's like, okay, damn. Yeah, if anything, right now I'm just grateful. It's really a blessing to be able to do something like this full time, to be able to help people, to even though this wasn't the business I thought I was going to be in, this business is aligned. And, you know, I'm grateful for how everything is unfolding. And I hope you guys also get to experience, you know, what it's like to dedicate yourself to something and see the reward from it. There's too many stories of people who's been dedicated themselves to things and they didn't necessarily get the result that they wanted, right? And we'll let those stories kind of hover over us and stop us from going after the things that we know is meant for us. But I'm kind of here to tell you guys and reinforce that thought that it's like, no, it's possible. Like, you just don't know when. That's it.